when we multiply, divide, add, or subtract measurements, we must make sure our final answer doesn't appear more precise than the least precise data we started with. That's where the rules for significant figures and calculations come in. When we perform calculations using measured quantities, it is essential to preserve the integrity of the data. Each measurement carries its own degree of uncertainty, and our results should reflect that reality. We must avoid reporting a result that appears more precise than the measurements that produced it. First, let's learn about rounding. The basic rules for rounding are as follows. If the digit to be dropped, the one immediately to the right of the last retained digit, is less than 5, we round down and leave the retained digit unchanged. If it is greater than 5, we round up and increase the retained digit by 1. When the dropped digit is exactly 5, we round to make the retained digit even, a method known as round to even or unbiased rounding. For example, 0.028685 rounds up to 0.0287, the dropped digit 8 is greater than 5. 19.3384 rounds down to 19.3, the dropped digit 3 is less than 5. 1.8752 rounds up to 1.88, the dropped digit 2, 5 causes rounding up to an even number. 62.85 rounds down to 62.8. The dropped digit 5 leads to rounding down since the retained digit becomes even. Once rounding is understood, we apply to calculated results, keeping the uncertainty of the original measurements in mind. When performing addition or subtraction, the result should be rounded to the same number of decimal places as the measurement with the fewest decimal places. For instance, when adding 12.11 grams plus 0.3 grams plus 1.013 grams, the calculator gives 13.423 grams. However, because the least precise value, 0.3 grams, has only one decimal place, the final result should be rounded to 13.4 grams. Similarly, when subtracting 25.00 milliliters minus 0.225 milliliters equals 24.775 milliliters, the measurement 25.00 milliliters is precise to the hundredths place. Therefore, the result must also be rounded to 24.78 milliliters. When performing multiplication and division, the result should have the same number of significant figures as the measurement with the fewest significant figures. For example, when multiplying 2.3 centimeters times 3.22 centimeters, the unrounded product is 7.406 square centimeters, but it must be rounded to 7.4 square centimeters since the measurement with the fewest significant figures, 2.3 centimeters, has only two significant figures.